And a good evening, everybody. Danny Daniels along with George Rodriguez. Our game of the week this week is South Forsyth High School here at Jackson County. Should be a high-scoring ball game. We're talking with both coaches down on the field, and what both teams want to do is keep the football on offense. And, George, that means a lot of ball control out of both these teams.
Well, you're looking at Coach Charlie Cryer from South Forsyth. The War Eagles have been throwing the ball a lot more, and initially that's what I think Jackson County is looking for as they come into this game. However, we were talking to Coach Cryer a little bit before the game, and he was saying that there's not going to be as much airplay tonight, as they say in the radio business, so it's something that he's going to be watching out. Of course, the Jackson County High School team's a real tough game. Coach Cryer coming in here, and Cryer he is. He's crying big time because he knows that the Jackson County team is going to come in and really push his team around. So he's going to have to try to keep the ball in control throughout the game, and you're going to get the same thing from the Panthers.
Jackson County going to run that wishbone as they usually do tonight. And talking with Don Golden, the Jackson County coach, he was saying that he may have a quarterback problem tonight. Jason Brown is his starter, but he was maybe a little bit worried about Brown's speed getting to the corners, and he said he might have to change into the ball game if they are not running that option and getting to the corners. So we may see a couple of quarterbacks running that wishbone offense tonight.
Well, you're looking at two teams. The War Eagles are looking at doing something with a power I tonight. They've been running a one-back. The power I is what I'd expect them to start off with tonight. At the same time, you're looking at that wishbone is always a powerful weapon that if it's executed correctly, it's going to be a serious threat to the South Forsyth team.
So two ball control offenses, one with a power I, one with a wishbone. Maybe a lot of scoring. We'll see how the defenses stand up to those two powerful offenses. Back with the kickoff right after this timeout.
Portico Place in High Shoal is a new, large, comfortable home with...
Greg Banks will be kicking off for the Panthers.
Jackson County is going to kick off moving right to left. Jackson County in the black jerseys and the gold, rather the silver tops and bottoms, and the South Forsyth War Eagles in the blue, silver, and white. Deep for the War Eagles, number 30 for Coach Cryer's ball club. And that's Jory Holbrook down around the 5-yard line.
Coach Hutchins, have you got the play sheet?
Looks like 62. Danny Spur will kick it off for that's not Spur. Let's see. 62.
Don't forget that Panther tradition.
Or is it 45? It is 45. That's Derek Banks. That's why I couldn't find a 62 because he's not out there.
Amazing how that works, Dan.
Sometimes. Holbrook's going to take it at about the 4-yard line. Toward the left side hash mark. He's got some running room. Turns the corner. It's going to be a foot race. Going to be one man with a chance at him. One man, number 10, is going to try to run him down, but he won't get it done. Touchdown, 96 yards. Jory Holbrook, 96 yards, returns the opening kickoff for the touchdown. And George, just like that, it's 6-0, and that's where you control the football.
Ouch. I mean, he's going to end up at the end of the quarter, going to look at the amount of time of possession, and it's not going to be a factor, because if they're going to run back the kicks, hey, it's okay. They're going to be all the way in the end zone.
Talking to Don Golden before the ball game, he was telling us the old adage that defense wins ball games, and if the other team doesn't score, you can't lose. But unfortunately, that return of an opening kickoff for touchdown means that the Jackson County team is going to have to score to get to win this ball game. That's not the way, of course, he wanted to start out. But Jackson County with a good offensive football team too, so we'll see what happens here. Brandon Cronin, number 34, will kick the point after. Almost blocked, but it's good. So with only 15 seconds gone in the ball game, 7-0, the South Forsyth War Eagles lead it over Jackson County. South Forsyth came in at 3-3 on the season, and Jackson County in at 4-2. Jackson County does not play a region schedule, so this ball game just as important as any of the other ones as far as standings are concerned, because they don't qualify for the playoffs anyway.
Well, we're talking to the coaches, both coaches, before the game, and asked them if they had any trick plays that they'd like to use. I think that's when they ought to put in their playbook. You know, catch the ball, run into the end zone, bang, it works.
Don Golden was telling us that if they run anything fancy, it'll be because the players called it themselves. So obviously they don't run a lot of razzle-dazzle, and we don't know much about either one of these offensive teams yet because we haven't seen either one of them yet.
When Coach Golden was talking about that it was up to the kids, if it was something sneaky, they called it. I was wondering, it's one of those things that better work, boys, or else you're going to be in a lot of trouble at practice on Monday.
Danny Spur will kick it off for South Forsyth. Odell Collins will take it at the 6-yard line, waiting for a wall to form. Collins tries to hit the left sideline, cuts it back, still running hard. Collins dragging people to the 40-yard line. First down and 10 for the Jackson County Panthers from that point. Number 15, Jonathan Seitz, made the hit. First and 10 now for Jackson County. Brandon Cronin also on the stop for South Forsyth. They're spotted just shy of the 40. We'll still call it the 40-yard line.
You're looking at a couple of teams here, Dan, that both squads have a few holes in them because of either injuries or, in the case of Jackson County, some discipline problems.
Jason Brown starts at quarterback, number 15. The fullback is Chris Shelton. And he takes the opening, he fakes it to Shelton and hands it off to the second back through Derek Banks.
Got too much on that.
Banks out across the 45 to the 46-yard line. A gain of 6. It'll be second down and 4. Alan Hicks made the stop, number 79. And it's going to be interesting for me, George, because we got the starting lineups for South Forsyth from one of the assistant coaches. He gave us 12 defensive starters and 10 offensive starters. So we got an excitement, maybe a controversy brewing here already.
Like I said, they said they don't run any trick plays. I think they're all full of it.
Only got 10 people on offense. They can't afford to. Still running with the football is Chris Shelton. He just refuses to go down. That's Jory Holbrook up from the defensive back spot to make the hit. No gain on the play. Now third down and 4.
Okay, we're doing the right defense right now. There's no problem with that.
No gain on the play. Be third down, 4 yards.
We're in a great position over here, too, Dan. We're right next to the South Forsyth coaches, so we're going to hear exactly what's going through their minds.
You'll know what they're going to do before they run the play. Third down and 4 from the 46.
It's that insightful color commentary. Don't forget, hey.
Out of the wishbone. You're going to tell him everything to say.
Give me the ball, coach. First man. Yeah.
Here comes Jason Brown. Pitches on the corner. Banks drops it, picks it up, and he is tackled immediately by number 30, Jory Holbrook. And it's going to be fourth down and still about 2, so Jackson County is probably going to have to kick away the football.
Along with Bradley Fowler.
Okay.
Dropping deep for the South Forsyth team. Number 32, Tony Samples.
On that, we got to take the quarterback on that.
Taking a measurement right now.
Just let him run.
Pretty close to the first down. If we can peek over Coach Golden's shoulder here.
Okay, when we come off the sideline.
Just a hair short, Dan.
That's a lot closer than I thought. Looking across the field when the play was blown dead, looked like maybe 1.5 yards or 2 yards, but that was a lot closer than we thought. They got an awfully good spot with the football. And let's see if they're going to kick it away anyway. Jason Brown is in there. They may go ahead and try to run it. From just inside the 50, and they don't have to get to the 50-yard line, maybe about 6 inches. They're going to go for it.
And the Panthers apparently are going for it.
Out of the wishbone, Jason Brown, Jason Wade, Derek Harris, and Chris Shelton in the backfield. Franco Page is split left. That may not be Page. Let's see who this is at the bottom. Big hole that time for Jason Wade. He's got the first down over right tackle.
First down for the Panthers.
Number 11 is in there split in. We'll try to get a name for him in a minute. Actually, we won't get a name for him. He's already got a name. We'll just try to figure out what it is. And it happens to be Josh Welch.
45-yard line.
We're going to have to apologize in advance to anybody down here below the press box as we distribute our debris over.
Here's Brown, the quarterback. Out of the wishbone. Fakes it to the fullback, cuts it up. Brown still running with the football, and he's got good yardage inside the 35 to about the 32-yard line, and that's enough for the first down.
Gained enough yardage for another Panther first down.
You sure?
Attack on the play by Brandon Cronin, along with Bradley Fowler.
Careful on your language a little bit.
Okay. Oh, okay. Oh.
First down and 10 now for the Jackson County Panthers. Line of scrimmage just about the 32-yard line. Brown, the quarterback. A lot of movement, and the flag's down. Number 61 for South Forsyth, moving a little before the snap, is Brandon Weaver. And that'll bring on now first down and 5 for Jackson County.
Penalty against the War Eagles. Bring up a first down, 5 yards to go.
8 minutes, 50 seconds to play in the first period. 7-0. South Forsyth leads it here from the Jackson County Middle School field.
First down, Panthers.
Perfect night for a ball game too, Dan. We were wearing shorts this afternoon out on the driving range, and here we are calling football tonight.
It almost froze last Friday night. Must be Georgia weather. There's a pitch with a football.
Okay, that was
Number 22 in there for the Jackson County team, Odell Collins, who returned to kickoff for good yardage about 4 or 5 plays ago.
Was good enough for another Panther first down.
Brandon Cronin up defensively for South Forsyth.
what yard line is it?
3 first downs in the ball game now for the Panthers.
First down on the 17-yard line.
They spotted on the 17. First down and 10 now for the Panthers. Running with the football, Jason Wade.
Okay, we finally got a little movement on that. Odell.
That's Odell Collins. That's who it is. Not Wade. It's Collins, 22. Tommy Rose made the stop from the linebacker spot for South Forsyth.
Along with Allen Hicks.
Only got about a yard on the play. Second down now and 9 from the 16-yard line. Benji Boone goes split right now. 2 split ends in the offense.
9 yards to go.
Oh, there's a pitch, and a late pitch it is to Derek Banks. Banks running to the 10-yard line. They drop him back at about the 11. Jory Holbrook making the stop that time for the South Forsyth team.
Third and about...
Jory.
Tell you what, George, Don Golden was talking about the lack of speed or lack of quickness that Jason Brown has, but he's a pretty slick ball handler in there.
Well, I think execution is where he's really going to be key in there, because if he hits the corners and gets the ball to the right carrier, then they're going to make the yardage when they need to. It's a matter of missing the play that's going to be a problem.
They do give him to the 10, so it's third down and 4 from the 10-yard line. Brown at the quarterback. Collins is in there again at a halfback spot. Out of the wishbone. Brown reaches under, pulls it out, trying to take it to the corner. Odell Collins with the football, and he didn't get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 4th down, and of course if they went for 4th down at the 50, they'll go on 4th down here at the 12.
At the 12-yard line.
David Pittman up defensively for South Forsyth.
It'll be 4th down.
4th down and about 7, and they say officially the 13. 6:25 to play in the opening period. 7-0 South Forsyth leads it over Jackson County in our game of the week. Next week we're in Toccoa at the reservation again, Habersham Central rather, at Stevens County. Some confusion out there as Odell Collins trying to get out of the ball game, and he looked around and there was only 2 running backs in there, so he figured maybe I'm supposed to be in there. So they called a timeout trying to get that straightened out. Don Golden is going to go out and talk to his offense right now and try to get them straightened, because on a 4th down and 7 you can't afford a penalty.
Well, you're talking about a couple of teams. Both schools are relatively new. South Forsyth's only about 3 years. The program's only 3 years old, so they're bringing their kids along. You've got a quarterback that has only played has played third. This is his third year, but he started as a freshman. So you know, they've only got a few players that are really in skill positions that have been there for any length of time that have the experience. Somewhat the same thing with Jackson Comprehensive, because it's a relatively new school as well. Obviously, we're playing on a middle school field, so it's something that their facilities aren't all complete yet. So you're talking about two programs that have similar situations, but they've got a lot of kids out playing. South Forsyth has about 65 kids on the roster altogether, and you've got about the same here in Jackson County.
We do know that they are building a football field down at the high school, because we saw the dirt just a little while ago. We asked several people where Jackson County High School was, and they told us right where it was.
We were over there. We saw it.
Just didn't tell us there wasn't a football stadium there. They're going to try to kick the field goal, which will be about a 32-yard effort. Odell Collins in to kick it. Jason Brown, the quarterback, will hold. Kick is up, plenty long enough, but left. Wide left, and the South Forsyth War Eagles take over, first down and 10.
War Eagles 7, Jackson County Panthers nothing.
And they'll spot the football at the 20-yard line. Clock showing 6:05 to play in the first period. South Forsyth leads it by 7-0 score. They return the opening kickoff 96 yards for a touchdown. And now this is the first time they've been on offense. We're halfway through the first period.
Section clock 53.
Must have a network timeout out there.
It's a 50 with a walked off in. Okay.
First down, War Eagles on the 20-yard line.
That's right, I got the offense. That's why those numbers look strange. Hands off straight ahead to the fullback. That's number 33, Jimmy Bishop.
Jimmy Bishop, the ball carrier.
Jerry Bowen came up from the defensive end spot to knock him down.
Stop by.
Gain of 1, second down and 9. There you see the Jackson County defense.
Where did he run that ball, Doc? Off the guard, rear end.
Pretty good linebackers for Jackson County, and Shelton and Banks, will see a lot of them tonight. 5-man down front. Gilbert pitches it. Running with the football is Nathan Fox. Fox trying to turn the corner, but is headed off by Jason Seagraves. And it's a third down and 10. He lost about a half yard.
Nathan Fox up.
Coach Cryer was saying before the game, too, he has a real strong, real big offensive line there. So they should, if they can control that line of scrimmage, they'll be in good shape the rest of the game, of course.
They are a good-sized defensive line for a AA ball club, especially.
All the time. I don't think we can change it.
Jackson County, of course, is AA too, but bordering on AAA. They've got a lot of people on the roster, as does South Forsyth. Scott Gilbert throws it out, intercepted, picked off by number 62. That's Jared Bowen. Bowen returns it inside the 20 to the 17-yard line. First turnover of the ball game for either ball club, and it's first down and 10 for the Panthers, and they'll spot it at about a 16.5. Let's call it the 16-yard line. Good defensive play that time by Jared Bowen, who was a defensive end and floated back there. They got a lot of different names for these defensive players for the Jackson County team, and we'll tell you, that might have been your basic stinger. I think that's who that was.
No.
Wrong team. But we have a mauler and a stinger. Brown cuts it up, picks his hole, and he's inside the 10-yard line at about the 6-yard line. Tommy Rose finally made the hit on him, but Jason Brown that time just eluding tacklers down inside the 10. That's going to be second down and 1, a gain of 9 on the play.
Jason Brown on the carry. Gain of 9 on the play.
There's the South Forsyth defense, who's got their backs to the wall right now.
Yeah, these.
It's second down from the 7-yard line.
Jason Brown, the quarterback.
Yeah. Gotta get that stop team now. Oh, it's about time for that stop team.
Inside the 5, near the 4-yard line. Alan Hicks, number 79, made the hit for the War Eagles.
Allen's on the 5-yard line.
The carry was good enough for a Panther first down.
First down and goal. They'll spot it, let's say the 5. 4 first downs of the ball game for Don Golden's ball club.
From the 5-yard line.
Checking in with a play from the sideline is Scott Hardy. Josh Welch comes out of the Panther lineup. One wide out. He goes to the top of the screen on the right side. Pitch off to Collins. Odell scores.
Touchdown, Panthers. Odell Collins.
Odell Collins from 4 yards out. And now it's a 7-6 ball game. And Jackson County is going to try to tie the score here. The touchdown came with 4:19 to play in the first period.
Hey, Coach.
Guys, they're doing the tomahawk chop, George.
Golly, gee.
We hadn't seen that. Number 45, Derek Banks, with a point after it's good. So we're tied at 7.
Jackson County Panthers.
With 4 minutes, 19 seconds to play here in the first period. And the Jackson County team will have to do something they have not been very successful at tonight, is kick off.
Well, they haven't had to do it too often, so I mean, we can't pick on them about that. Now, you're looking at a wishbone offense that in college, high school, whatever, when it's operating well, it works. And that was what we were talking about before. Jason Brown may not have the speed that the other quarterback has, but at the same time, he can execute, and he was getting to the right back. So that makes a big difference.
If you've got a quarterback who can run the option, you see a lot of service academy teams run the option that don't have enough, a lot of talent to work with. Army always runs a wishbone, and Navy sometimes. Air Force, of course, is popular for it. That's because they don't feel like they have the talent to compete against a lot of schools, but if you get the right people in the right spots, the wishbone can really go.
What was Oklahoma's problem? I mean,
they had too much.
Yeah, okay.
They had too much talent. They had to spread it out and have 3 running backs.
Lack of talent down there in Norman always was a big problem.
They had so many running backs, they had to use that to get everybody in the ball game.
Over the shoulder.
Get up the field.
Take it inside the 10 at the 6-yard line. This time the Panthers play the kickoff well. First down and 10 for South Forsyth.
On the kickoff return.
And let's see where they'll spot the football. Tony Samples returned it for the
Wade on the tackle.
for South Forsyth. Jason Wade up defensively for Jackson County. Wade also a starting running back. They're spotted at the 19-yard line. First down and 10. Here come the War Eagles.
It'll be first down, War Eagles on the 20.
Scott Gilbert, the quarterback. Out of the power eye right. Hands it off straight ahead.
That's the problem.
Look like so this will be a handoff to one of the upbacks in that eye, and they're going to try to trap with a tackle. There it is, in a big hole, and obviously the tackle got trapped because Steve Platt found a big hole over left tackle. Chris Shelton, the linebacker, finally knocked him down. It's going to be shy of the first down, I believe. Going to be very close, though. They have to get just to the yard marker, and depending on where they spot the football, there you see the South Forsyth offense, Scott Gilbert.
First down for the War Eagles.
First down and 10. They don't measure. So South Forsyth picks up their second first down of the ball game. It's a 7-7 score with 2 minutes and 50 seconds to play in the opening period. Danny Daniels along with George Rodriguez and Land Finch, Nathan Faulkner, and Sterl the Pearl Fuller, who was somewhere down below. We wouldn't even let him up here with us. Second back through, the deep back in the eye is Steve Platt.
Nathan Fox on the carry.
And that's Fox, rather, 31 instead of 21. Kane Tate made the hit for Jackson County. Second down and 5.
Second down, 5 yards to go.
There's Scott Gilbert. Breaks the offense. They do have a big offensive line. Two tight ends, power eye left. Second back through. That's Fox again. Good defense by the right side of the line for the Panthers. Franco Page came up from the safety spot to knock him down.
Franco Page and Kane Tate.
Doing a good job spotting tonight, George.
It'll be third down, 4 yards to go.
Because if you in the PA system...
Either that or the PA's listening to what we call and going with our pick.
If you guys disagree, they're going to know it. Power eye left. Second back through again. He's going to be close to the first down and may have it out across the 40 to the 42-yard line. The second back through in the eye is Fox again, the tailback, and it's first and 10. We may see a lot of points in this one.
Well, I know Coach Golan's going to be a little disappointed already. He's talking about time of possession. We're talking a real nice drive here. If it wasn't for that first turnover, the pass interception, South Forsyth may have really had their machine going early.
First down and 10 for the War Eagles. That's Fox again. He's a workhorse in this power eye. Out across the 45 to the 48-yard line. Jerry Bowen, the defensive end, came up to knock him down. Second down now and 2. Chris Shelton, the linebacker, helping out. As we said, we're standing beside the coaches up here from South Forsyth, and we can overhear some of the plays, and that might be fun to let you know what to watch for. We'll try to keep up.
Stop suggesting plays to them, and I think they'd be a lot better off.
That's one I would have run. And that time we saw the big line of South Forsyth just move out the right side of that defense for Jackson County. They're running to their left side an awful lot. Nathan Fox, the tailback, has already run the ball a bunch of times tonight. That's already 7 carries for Nathan Fox, the tailback, and they hadn't had the ball but 2 series. Power eye right this time. 4 first downs in the ball game for the War Eagles. Fox again trying to get outside. He's got some blocking out there. And a flag down. Odell Collins ran Fox out as he gets into the 37-yard line, but a flag back up the field at the 44.
Who they calling that on?
Going to be a holding called against War Eagles.
War Eagles.
And that'll march them back. That was good, pretty good gain on that play, and this will hurt. And we'll put the ball back into South Forsyth territory. We're 7-7 with 21 seconds to play in the opening quarter. South Forsyth and Jackson County in our game of the week. You'll see Jackson County again later on this year in just a couple of weeks here on TV 34. One of our Tuesday night broadcasts, I think it is. First down and 19. Probably going to be the last play in the first quarter. Chad Green, Danny Spurs, Shane Russell, Chris Cochran, and Chris Sams, the offensive line for South Forsyth. Who else but Nathan Fox, and he gets to the midfield stripe and maybe falls forward a yard into Jackson County territory. And that's going to be the end of the first period of play. 4 seconds, and the referee watching the clock, Chris Shelton, on the stop for Jackson County, along with Clayton Webb. So after 1 quarter of play from Jackson County, it's 7-7. The Panthers and the War Eagles back with second period action right after this.
Honey, we need a vacation. I'm so tired of watching TV every night. We need fun. We need sun. We need a tropical setting.
Let's go to Pearl's.
Come back to Pearl's Coastal Grill. It gives you the feeling of...
It's good to have my mother-in-law at the ball game tonight. Good to see you again, Mom.
You won't be in Charlotte, North Carolina anytime soon, I can tell you that much, Betty. That's where his mother-in-law lives.
When she's not at high school football games. Second down and 12. Second back through is Fox. Good defense that time. Leading the charge is number 62, Jerry Bowen, who just stood Fox up at the line of scrimmage, and it's now third down.
Okay, in the play, it'll be third down, 11 yards to go.
Third down and a long 11.
Ball from the 48-yard.
48-yard line of the Panthers. Two pretty good offensive football teams out here tonight, and we knew we would find that when we got here.
As soon as we found the field.
That took a while. Power eye left. Inside handoff to number 21, Steve Platt. Try that trap play again, and Platt gets to the 40. That's going to be about 3 yards shy. Fourth down and 3. Odell Collins, who was a jack of all trades out there tonight, made the stop for Jackson County.
Bring up fourth down, 2 yards to go for first.
PA announcer said 4th and 2, but that's a long 2 yards. Closer to 4. And they're going to go for it from the 40. Big play coming right here. Fox, the ball carrier, runs into a brick wall at the 38-yard line. Going to be, I believe, maybe a half a yard shy.
Fox, the ball carrier.
Depending on the spot, Clayton Webb, the nose guard, made the stop that time for Jackson County.
Initial hit.
And he's going to be at least a yard shy. First down and 10, Jackson County.
Panthers. Just give a big hand to that defense.
Pretty good defensive effort by the Jackson County team. There's Clayton Webb, number 53, who made a good play a couple of plays ago. Had a good series, Clayton did. Jason Brown leads the offense on the field. Benji Boone comes tight end right. That's a new running back out there, number 43, Rodney Collins, on the carry. Jason Fish came up to make the hit.
Fans cover 5.
Gain of 9, second down now and 1. Josh Welch goes split left. Boone is tight end right. Out of the wishbone. Jason Brown still at the helm. He's running well so far. Good fake. Brown cuts it up, trying to get that first down, and they may have stood up and knocked him back. Jathan Seitz
Jason Brown on the carry.
led the charge. And let's see where they give him the forward progress. They gave him a good spot that time. First down and 10. Good second effort by Jason Brown. But all you have to do is get the football to that yard marker, and obviously that's what he did. So it's first down and 10.
First down.
I thought Seitz had stopped him before he got there. 6 first downs in the ball game now for the Panthers. That's Collins again. Big hole for Rodney, but a flag down at the 46-yard line. Rodney Collins cuts it back up and had about a step to go before he would have broken it for a long game. Tommy Rose, the linebacker, made the hit. Going to be holding called against the Jackson County Panthers.
Holding penalty against the Panthers.
First penalty of the game for Jackson County. That's a holding call on each ball club now, as South Forsyth had a holding call in their last series. First down and 15.
It'll be first down for the Panthers at the 43.
Welch goes left as a split in.
Correction, 44.
Number 86, Wesley Bagley, comes right. First time we've seen a pro set, 2 wide receivers still out of the wishbone. The handoff to Derek Banks.
Okay.
And Banks fighting for yardage over his left guard, and
Shelton on the carry.
oh, it was Shelton. They run a lot of running backs in here.
The tackler.
10-4 on that.
Chris Shelton, number 40. He's a fullback.
It'll be second down, 11 yards to go.
Second down and 12. One split in this time. Over the middle, incomplete. Intended for Wesley Bagley. He ran a hitch pattern and stopped. And it looked like Brown expected him to run a post pattern, just threw it about 8 yards over his head. Might have been a mix-up that time on a pass route, because that was nowhere near where the receiver was.
I think you're looking at Jason Brown trying to loosen up the defense a little bit. They've got that wishbone option pegged from a defensive standpoint. They're making good yardage on it. The only reason to even try something like that, even if you do get the ball over, is loosen up the defense.
I'm not saying the pass was off the money, but I think that free safety tried to call a fair catch. Third down. Brown pitches it. That's Collins. Good defensive play again by South Forsyth, led by number 34, Brandon Cronin. It'll be fourth down, and we may see our first punt of the ball game. And we have not seen one yet. We've had 3 fourth down plays already in this ball game. But this time the punting team is on, and Odell Collins, who else would kick it away? He does about everything for Coach Don Golden's ball club.
Jory Holbrook back to receive the punt.
Jory Holbrook, who returned the opening kickoff 96 yards for a touchdown, is deep. Pretty good kick by Collins. Holbrook's going to take it at the 20. Tries to get to the sideline, and this time the Panthers stop him near the 27, maybe the 28-yard line. It's first down and 10 for South Forsyth. 9 minutes and 6 seconds to play in the first half. We've got a 7-7 ball game. Jackson County and South Forsyth. Forsyth for South.
You talk real good, Dan. Anyway, never mind.
If I can keep it at one syllable at a time, I'm real good.
There you go.
28-yard line.
War Eagles.
Back in the 40.
Line of scrimmage, the 27. Big hole. That's Jimmy Bishop. Bishop down the left sideline. Odell Collins ran him out of bounds. As he gets inside the 40, they're going to spot it. Looks like the 37-yard line.
Tackled by Odell Collins.
Collins again on the stop for the Jackson County Panthers. But a big first down play for South Forsyth.
Looking at a real southpaw team, they keep coming around that left side. Makes a big difference if they got a place that they know they can make it work.
34-yard gain for Jimmy Bishop. It's first down and 10. They'll spot it at the 37-yard line of Jackson County. Power eye left in the backfield behind Scott Gilbert. Gilbert second back through is Fox. Fox inside the 35, near the 32-yard line. Gain of 4, second down and 6. Derek Banks up from the linebacker spot to knock him down.
Second down, 5 yards to go.
I want to thank Coach Don Golden and Coach Charlie Cryer for being hospitable to us and helping us out before the ball game. Being cooperative, we appreciate it. Power eye left, 2 tight ends in the offense on a second down and a long 5. Gilbert hands it off straight ahead to the fullback. That's Jimmy Bishop.
Jimmy Bishop on the carry.
Bishop's going to be near the first down, maybe a yard short. Benji Boone, number 85, on the stop that time for the Panthers.
Bring up a third down and 1 yard to go.
3rd and 1. They'll spot it inside the 30, near the 29-yard line. They have to get just across the 28 for the first down. Power eye left, 2 tight ends, ball to the left side hash mark. Second back through. and it's going to be close to the first down, and Nathan Fox may have the 1st and 10. Getting up off the bottom of the pile, number 35 for Jackson County, that's Kane Tate. Tate's played a good ball game defensively. 6 first downs in the ball game for the War Eagles. We're going to see the South Forsyth team this time fake a dive play and throw the jump pass, and we'll see how this works out. Try to get one of the linebackers up. There's the fake dive. There's the pass complete. Hey, I like this. Number 22, Odell Collins, made the hit on him. And again, we remind you that the South Forsyth coaches up here, and sometimes we can overhear the plays, and I like telling you what's coming up because you can say, it tells you who to watch and if it works like it's supposed to.
You mean those tarot cards we were working on before coming up just don't mean anything, huh?
Not anymore, no.
Crystal ball doesn't work as well as we thought.
I should have claimed that, though. We just have a feeling. But no, we can hear what they're going to do sometimes, and if we do, then we'll tell you.
Cut it up,
Nathan Fox cuts it up. Inside the 10 near the 7-yard line on the first down play, Clayton Webb and Jerry Bowen on the stop for Jackson County. 2nd down and about 5 as they spot it at the 7. They can still pick up the first down without the touchdown. 7-7, War Eagles driving with 6.5 minutes to play in the 2nd quarter. Power eye left. That's Fox. Big hole over left guard. Nathan's inside the 5, near the first down yardage at around the 2 before Derek Banks drug him down by the ankles. Gets pretty crowded inside that 10-yard line.
Stop by Derek Banks.
Is it going to be enough for the first down? The officials looking over, they're going to have to measure and bring it in, and with our angle, no use speculating, but it's going to be close either way. But of course you know that, or they wouldn't be calling for a measurement, would they?
Well, you never know about that, Dan. I mean, it's one of those things that we've discovered with the, the Wall Street scandals. There's all kinds of subterfuge going on in these games that we don't really know about.
And you saw that was 2 feet short. So obviously it wasn't that close. 3rd down and a yard.
Doesn't it just bug you when the referees are right, you know? I mean,
quarterback keeper over right guard, and I don't think he got it.
Did he get touchdown?
Yeah, he got it.
Scott Gilbert.
First down.
Let's see where they mark it, and they give him first down. 1st and goal from the 2-yard line. Scott Gilbert running in behind the guard, Chris Cochran, and Shane Russell, the center. 1st down and goal for the War Eagles. And Gilbert, a pretty slick quarterback, too.
Well, he was certainly one of Coach Cryer's best athletes. He and his running back Samples are 2 returning experienced players.
And they're both playing well tonight. 2nd back through, that's Nathan Fox. Did he get in? Yes. Nathan Fox 2 yards out for the touchdown with 5:44 to play in the 2nd period.
Well, you're looking at Don Gold, Coach Don Gold was talking about that the Panthers, their whole thing was trying to keep the Forsyth offense off the field because they're going to be a problem. He was looking forward to throw a lot more. They haven't had to do that. They're running on the ground and making it work. Hey, if it works, no need to put it in the air. First time they did it in the game, they turned it over. So that's a way to do good football.
Point after touchdown is up and good, and you're right, they're taking advantage of that big offensive line and just blowing the football down the field. So with 5:44 to play in the 2nd period, 14-7, South Forsyth leads it. Back with the War Eagle kickoff right after this.
Portico Place in High Shoals is a new, large, comfortable home with private, secure...
63-yard drive for the touchdown that time by the South Forsyth War Eagles, and they're set to kick it off. And that's Odell Collins back around the 10-yard line, and we have seen him enough to know that he has the ability to take it back all the way just like Holbrook did for South Forsyth to start this ball game.
Kick off to Denny Spur.
Danny Spur will kick it off from the 40. short kick, end over end, taken by one of the up men at the 19-yard line, hands it to Collins. Not a bad move. Odell takes it up, cuts it up the field. 30, 40, 45 down the sideline. If he didn't step out of bounds, he's gone. Did he step out? No. Is there a flag back up the field? The referee is standing at the 35-yard line. We can't see it from here because the coaches are blocking our vantage point, but obviously they're standing back there for some reason. Odell Collins just about set this place on fire. He went down the right sideline. A clip called against the Jackson County team, and that's a tough break.
Not a way to make everybody happy. Coach has got to be real disappointed with that mistake.
Now they throw a flag, and it's going to be on Don Golden.
What do you think he said, Dan?
He said, "Sir, that probably was not a clip." Personal foul called against the bench for Jackson County for their unsportsmanlike conduct. Not personal foul. I guess what he said might have been personal, though.
Well, you can see Coach is not happy, and when he looks at the films Monday and has a chance to figure out who made the clip, he's going to be double mad because that get him in the mood to get a personal foul on himself. What are you going to do?
Or he could watch the ball game on Channel 34 here tonight, or this afternoon if it's Sunday.
He's just really going to be pleased. Yeah, I mean, tomorrow. We still haven't figured out where we are, right? Does this feel like the fantastic journey to you sometimes? You know, it's tape delay.
We know we're going to be on once here. Oh gosh, boy, that's a big difference between a touchdown and 1st and 10 at your 9.
What was that, 2 15-yarders?
At least. Well, the clip was at the 35, so yeah, 2 15-yard penalties. And they're throwing things. 3 penalties for 35 yards called against the Jackson County team now. And we're set to go. And let's see how much air that takes out of the Jackson County Panthers seals as they've got the football back at their 9-yard line.
Turnover and get another chance.
There's a pitch to the tailback. Collins running with the football, and Collins up near the 19-yard line. He's going to be close.
Rodney Collins on the carry.
Well, it was a 1st down and 20, so it's not going to be close to the 1st down. Bradley Fowler, number 48, made the hit for South Forsyth. Gain of 11, 2nd down now and 9. Well, that's a tough break when the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty caused it to be 1st down and 20. And the clip nullified the touchdown. Going from the penthouse to that.